What's going on, everybody? Payneblade back here again from Server 1 representing ISC. Guys, welcome to the brand new edition of an all Sharingan team. That's right, not only are they some of the most powerful shinobi in the anime, but they're also some of the most profitable in real life. You know, ranging from contact lenses, everybody wants to have a Sharingan contact lens. Halloween costumes, probably have the biggest fanboys and fangirls, probably in the Naruto universe, to be quite honest with you. There are so many simps out there for the Uchiha clan, and anybody who has a Sharingan as well, too. Sharingan, however you want to call it. Either way, those red eyes with those black dots are pretty much the most popular thing going, and that doesn't take away from tribes as well, too. These guys are absolutely the most dominant team. Now, I have this theory that the NXP Ninja Tribes devs have this, they're pretty much simps themselves for Sasuke, but I mean, altogether, they've done an amazing job with creating characters who have the Sharingan and are just pretty much becoming some of the most powerful characters in the game, and that's what I'm going to showcase here. Now, a lot of people are wondering why I'm doing this. Well, because we made a poll last time, and there were 3 different categories. One was an all Uzumaki Namikaze team. The second one was a all Sharingan team, which is what we're doing now, and then we did the winner, which was the all type team, right, with the T types, A types, and D types. So today I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what team I built, some honorable people you can add to that team if you don't have the units I have, and how they will function in this team, and we'll go ahead and show you guys an arena match and see how we dominate. Now, the one thing that's obviously going to be missing here, guys, is going to be Sai. Sai is a huge part of any team right now, but again, this is to prove that speed, and without Sai, anything is still doable as long as you build the proper team. Alright, so let's actually go into team 2, which is the team I'm using currently for this experiment, and talk about why I set up the way I did and what we currently have and the units that have the Sharingan and where you can go with them and how you can use them. Alright, so the first person I have here is Obito. You guys know now he's one of the hardest hitting nukers in the game, bar none. Like, there is nobody out there, especially if you're brand new, you're not going to have anybody geared enough or kit or built enough to be hitting as hard as him. So right away, the Sharingan user is easily top of the list of the people you want to put on here, right? So we have him first because he does damage rate reduction down, he does a nuke and a burn. Then we have the OG Itachi. Now, I know I've knocked on him a few times, and I still do, because as a new player you don't want to be using him, but as an OG veteran you probably have him built, so he's actually a very viable option here. The reason why he sits here, guys, is he does more damage to T units with the skill 1 and skill 2, but when he kills somebody, the main thing is he has a novel worth of buffs. So like we're talking about crit rate, crit damage, DIR, he's got pretty much everything built into his kit as long as you kill a unit using him. Again, insane damage if you start building him up, and he's a build over time character, but he does do really well nuking against T. And of course the only non Uchiha user here who has a Sharingan, Kakashi. We know we got it from Obito. The original Kakashi, still the most timeless character in the game. He will never age, I don't think. He'll probably be relevant throughout this game, so definitely build him up if you have him, guys. So he sits there as a stunner and a nuke, and he will get crit damage up every turn, so he just continuously gets better and better as the fight goes on. So that is pretty much my major nuke team, starting with Obito being the debuffer, okay? So now we're going to go down to Spirit, and this is going to be my the brother team, I call them. So we've got Sasuke Kirin, who does damage rate reduction, attack up, damage increase rate up, plus does damage rate reduction down on the opponent, and of course the stun, as I probably just mentioned. Don't even know what I said there. And then we have Itachi, who does attack up, crit damage up, guard rate up, and crit rate up. So he does pretty much the entire package for this team, plus he nukes AoEs and does 30% more damage on D units, just like Kirin does. So these guys are pretty much going to be buffing and destroying things. And then Sasuke Heavy I have here as a major nuke, one of the best characters, along with Kakashi as an OG character. Both of them are timeless in my opinion, and he has the stun _2 with a skill 2 and his regular, the only character that has that, by the way, and has damage increase rate up on his LB2. Plus, when one of my allies dies, he gets attack up and chakra up. Plus, he hits T units like a freaking Mack truck, and also has crit rate up right before his Jitsu. So he's the ultimate nuker for this team here if they don't finish the job. So this will definitely get the job done, or stun at the very minimum. So that is that team right there. Then I have Tobi, aka Obito, when he's older. We have Kamui here, and we have Sasuke's CM2. Now Tobi's here to do damage rate reduction on D units, so you can make the tanks take more damage essentially. But he also has a skill 2 that does damage rate reduction down on any opponent, which is very high actually. And at the same time, his Jutsu does burn as well as a stun. So we're here just to kind of disturb the opponent here with this team. Second, Kamui here for buffing. His skill 2, because I don't have Sai, he'll do his skill 2. If it pops, it'll give attack up to everybody. It also gives you the insane buffs, so crit damage, crit rate up, and DIR up if you actually kill somebody with Kamui, whether with him or the next character. So he's there to do Kamui as well too, and his LB2 buffs him and the team quite a bit if I believe if you kill opponents or allies dies. I have to double check that one. And then CM2 of course has the best stun in the game, because every time he does his jutsu, his status effect rate up goes up and stays for the rest of the battle. He also offers attack up for all your cells if you're faster than your opponent, and that's a key thing. And also his skill 2 actually hits really hard as long as your HP is above 50%. Now let's go back for a sec, as I did mention I don't recall Kamui's LB2 exactly. It's been a while since I've actually used him, so now I'm actually finding a pretty good use for him here. Let's take a quick look. Skills, LB. So yeah, boost all allies damage increase rate by 4.3.9% if an ally has been defeated for the rest of the battle. And this will stack, guys, as well too. Boost all allies damage reduction rate, and there's boost all crit, and then crit suppression rate. So extremely good buffs, guys, and this pretty much covers everything else: the DIR, the crit rate up, and the damage increase rate up, and then also this here gives you the attack up, which is extremely high for active allies, guys, for 18.56%. So there's Kamui there. Now, honorable mentions that you could have used outside of these Uchiha guys, there are a couple actually. So let's go to Sarada here. If you needed to get yourself some confused status effects plus some pretty good buffs for your active allies, she's actually a great unit for that, for an Uchiha clan, of course. And then you can use Papa Sasuke, of course, if you don't have anything else and you need him. He's actually not bad for PvP, but not the greatest. He's probably one of the worst URs in the game still for PvP alone, but he's the king of tribes at this point, the tribe specialist. So that's what kind of makes him useful. So those are two there you could have used. You also have the option of using, where is he? There he is, Sasuke Heavy SR, which I highly recommend for new players especially, and veteran players, if you're looking to protect your team and give them a little bit of status effect up. So really good unit still, so it could be definitely placed in there as another unit that you can play with. And then you can use the old school Sarada here as well too, if you're brand new and you're looking to use a tribe. In PvP I don't recommend it obviously, but she does do burn. She does do great buffs actually, and she does a lot of damage rate reduction on D units. And then lastly there is Sasuke Revenge. So there's quite a few Sasukes, guys, which is a good nuke for new players, especially. For veterans you may not be using him as much, but he does good debuffs and does great damage for a brand new player. And that is about it, guys. That is the Uchiha clan. So those guys are all fairly good. So the top of the list here probably would be this gentleman here, and we're talking about the other Sasuke Heavy SR. Those are the two best ones. And then like I mentioned, you could use UR Sarada for a status effect, and you could use Papa Sasuke if you really need AoE or a tribe. But everyone else that I put on my team is probably the best units to use for this team. So with that being said, guys, I did a match real quick. Of course, unfortunately, luck being the highest points again is going to be the one I'm going to be facing. There he is right there. And we can actually go through it and kind of show you guys how this team is built and how well they do, okay? So here we go. We've got Heavy, Itachi, Criminal, and Sasuke Kirin, Black Costume, aka Blasco. So the only one here that has a skill 2 is going to be Heavy. This is a chance to stun now with it, or kill, whichever we'll get. Okay, so that was a kill. There you go. Guard rate. Now the good thing with guard rate here is I've got a ton of it because of Criminal Itachi, which again I think is the full package in this game. Still to this date I think is one of the best units in the game. So alright, so here we go. Only one that got his Jutsu up is Kakashi, of course. There you go. See the damage that he does there? So even without a skill 2, he does a lot of damage to T units. There we go. 2 units down. And then let's see if we can... So we don't have Kamui here. CM2 actually gives himself chakra, so he can definitely get himself a Jutsu up on turn 3. So here we're going to damage rate reduction on one unit, quite heavily actually too. Oh wait, actually this is only going to be on D units, I believe. Yeah, it's only on D units. Sorry, I thought he was doing a skill 2 for a second. I saw the pop, but I didn't realize Jutsu was up. So yeah, Jutsu just does burn and stun. There you go, Heavy's down. And then we're going to have to contend with probably a dead CM2. So we're going to lose a Sasuke here. Oh, look at that, guard rate. Itachi coming through again. Damn. Okay, so here we go. This is my full nuke AoE team. And these guys do more damage to D units. Now there is Sasori here, right? So we're going to see that damage come through on him specifically. So you're going to see damage rate reduction down on all opponents here. And this is what you're going to see there. There you are. And then Itachi should be able to clear most of them, if not at least one or two. We know Sasuke's dead for sure. Okay, so 2, and then lastly Heavy. This is why I put him in there as the last nuke option. Just pretty much kills off this team, right? So there you go. That's done. 2.1 million damage, guys. Insane. All right, and now you get to see the Obito and Itachi Trump here. Pretty much the trump card, as I call them, because they do so much damage, especially in co-op. You're gonna see what kind of Uchiha power we got here. So this is an all Sharingan team, guys. I think, honestly, I'll be honest with you, out of any of the special eye abilities, these guys are probably the hardest hitting in the game. There aren't, I mean, if you look at any clans realistically, I think they're also the hardest hitting in the game. So that's pretty much it there. That is pure, unadulterated domination. It's crazy. Like, I've pretty much come down to the opinion that these devs just love the Uchiha clan. So, I mean, if you look at the Narutos, realistically, there are probably about 3 good Naruto characters at this point. There is, of course, the SR Naruto Kage that came out, the Six Tails that came out, and then there is, who is the other Naruto? Naruto UR, or, you know, SMN's not bad either. So, I mean, Naruto Rin. So there we go, that's the other one. So those are the 3 best Narutos here. Naruto UR, I mean, he's only limited, so I can't count him. I guess so is Rin. He's also limited, so I can't really count him, but we will because he's so recent. A lot of new players have joined. But these 3 are probably the most dominating Narutos in the game. And unfortunately, with the Sasukes, pretty much every single one of them but one is pretty much dominant. Like, the only one that isn't is realistically Papa Sasuke, but even then he has the best tribe specials in the game, so he's also now become an essential part. So pretty much all Sasukes are the best in the game in terms of characters. All the Kakashis are incredible. The only Uchiha that's bad here, realistically, not even bad, he's okay, is going to be is Itachi, the original Itachi, but the criminal Itachi makes up for it like crazy. So there you have it, guys. That is pretty much it. The next one we'll do is the Uzumaki clan. So either we'll do all 9 Narutos, I'll throw in Boruto in there as well too, and we'll see how well they do as a clan. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any other comments or suggestions, please let me know. I'll do my best to accommodate. Have a great one, guys.